Hello. 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 Hi, Poi. Welcome. Stream. Stream. The stream. I'm EP. I took a nap, and it was like a good nap, but then it was like, I'm still tired. I want to go back to sleep. It's tired. Still tired. I wanted to continue sleeping. We're not doing that. No sleeping today. I mean, maybe. I'll demonstrate how asleep I am by losing. How's it going? Because, God, Lord knows, I have been trying to win an Ironclad run, and I've been very unsuccessful. I've been very unsuccessful. Don't explicitly know why. I mean, I know it's because I'm bad at the game, but, you know. I don't think you being awake or asleep has much bearing on whether you win or lose. Wow. Since you'll lose anyways? Man. I can't believe it. How rude. I could win. Totally. 100%. I believe in myself. If you believe in me too, then maybe... then maybe we could still lose. But, you know, anyways, I don't know. We could maybe win. Have you considered that? What if we just won? Because if we won, that would be, like, hella cool. We'd kind of, like, we'd be cool if we won, right? Cool people win, right? Yeah. You know what I tried that I am winning at? I'm not really even winning at it. I actually don't understand it very well. I have downloaded and opened, where is it? Sword of Convallaria. I've successfully pressed skip on every single cutscene in the game, so I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Literally not the slightest clue. Yeah. But I gotta say, you know, maybe I was gonna keep trying to play it because I was graciously donated a Gloria, and it feels disingenuous to not at least do that. I don't know how long the character selector is going, so I don't know when I need to have done that by. But yeah, the story isn't bad actually, plus it's got a really cool story mode. Yeah, I don't really understand the difference between the three cards or whatever. Like, I'm in chapter 1, basically. Like, I finished chapter 0, and then I started chapter 1. But my current complaints, which again, I don't know if they are justified, but I filled out the survey to the devs to get, you know, to get the free stuff. So oh, the ending of that song is just really long. Sorry. What was the thought in my brain? Yeah, so I filled out the thing, and then I was like, hey, It's like, why are you playing this game? And I'm like, Gloria is literally my VTuber avatar. That's what I typed in that box. I was like, this unit is literally me for real, for real. That's why I'm playing this game. But yeah, currently my only complaint is that, well, not my only complaint. There's a number of things. First of all, it's like kind of hard to cycle through the different attacks. Where like, you know, I want to put myself at range and then kind of compare two attacks. Which I think you need to like click into, then click out of, instead of like having some kind of cycling menu. So sometimes I get kind of lost in the sauce for the clicking and stuff. I don't have a good way of telling what people's attack ranges are. Like the enemies. I don't know if like I'm just not supposed to, and that's like the point. But I thought that was a really important thing in Fire Emblem. So it's weird to have my squishy caster people and then be like, I don't know if like I'm throwing them into dying. It's very confusing to me. You can enable the option to show enemy attack range. So I know that there's a button on the side that shows like intent arrows. It lies since it only cares about standard attacks. So yeah. It's like an easier way to understand what the enemy's able or capable of doing would be nice. And the last thing, which again, it's like, did I just miss something? I can't tell what the turn order is. So like sometimes I'll have one person who moves and then the enemies will move. Sometimes I'll have like two people move. And then sometimes it'll feel like someone hasn't moved for like a full turn cycle. There's also a button to show turn order? Okay, well, I tried clicking the buttons. I couldn't find it. This must have been a lack of tutorial or something. Or like, as in I skipped the tutorial and then I couldn't find these things. But yeah, that's been my experience. I wonder why they wouldn't include the turn order, like, just by default instead of not. Hi, Lord. I'm doing alright. I'm a little eepy today. I was talking about how I'm trying out the gacha game that Boy was playing. Due to one of the characters literally being me for real, headpats. Give me a headpat if you want. I take headpats. Maybe not unlocked yet. I remember that button being tutorialized and I think unlocked when introduced. Okay. What? Is it in like chapter 1 or something? Because maybe if it's partway through chapter 1, then that, you know, it's a thing. A lot of the stages include stuff from the stage you can interact with, like explosive barrels and boulders. Yeah, the game seems to be very focused around how you use, like, barrels and stuff. I don't remember when, but it's just on the left of the screen during a battle. Okay. Yeah, I only have 2 buttons there, and one of them is, like, the weapon triangle, and the other one is enemy intents. But again, like, I don't really understand how to read the enemy intent grid because it just does not look like it shows me any information. I literally don't understand what the fuck I'm looking at. Which is a UX complaint, not from a designer lens, because I'm not attempting to understand it very well. It's from a player lens of, I don't fucking know what I'm looking at. Please help me. It is not immediately understandable. I blame the UX designer. Or in this case, I guess it would specifically be UI. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying it out. I'm playing it relatively slowly. I'm not in a rush to get anywhere. It looks like there is an exceptionally large amount of currencies and axes to participate in the game in, and I'm like, this is a lot of, this is a lot. Purple tiles are in range of an enemy's basic attack. They can still hit you if they have higher range attack or a movement skill, though. As Dandelion and Inanna. 10 out of 10 game, and honestly, same, playing it kind of slow. Yeah, it's like, I really don't want to get to the point where, like, your characters need to have a lot of, like, weapons, and, like, there's a weapon slot, and there's an artifact slot. And then, yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I guess I'm waiting for when it's going to be like, hey, by the way, pull the weapon from the banner, otherwise your character sucks. And then I'll be like, nice. Wanted an excuse to leave. Not because I hate the game or anything, but because I know that that's a thing that a gacha game can do. And if it does that, then I don't have the prerequisite amount of money to support that. Yeah, I also really like the character designs too. They are, I mean, you know, they're my aesthetic. Like the Final Fantasy, Tactics, Fire Emblem, adjacent aesthetic. I pulled Barrel and the lady with the crossbow. So, yeah, and I don't really know what, how to, like, I guess build a party. Oh yeah, and there was also the thing of, like, what skill do you want to pick? And then it's like, hey, you can get both of them if you use this other thing, and it's like, is the other thing a cash shop item? I really hope it's not a cash shop item, because I don't know. My point is, I am being very alert to the fact that it is a gacha game. That's my experience. I'm trying to get all my free pulls. I'm attempting to pull for the other night girl because she is cute. I don't know, I guess, what the... Yeah, I guess it's like I don't really know what else I'm pulling for, so whatever. It's a limited resource. What is the extra skill point thing? Like the one where you can take double skill points. I really like that the game focuses a lot on forcing movement and movement skills. Yeah, like knockbacks and stuff. It's a limited resource. I see. Well, I'm clearly going to dump all of that resource into Gloria. Like, I will shower her with my resources. Probably. You get very few of them. Yeah, I'm gonna have the most OP Gloria you've ever seen. I'm just gonna nut resources on her. That's my plan. That's what we're doing. Also, I don't think I know these ones. Lord of... Dandelion. Okay, he's kind of cool. This other one. Oh, she's cute. She looks a lot more saber-faced. It's because of the like, the do-up, the updo, whatever it's called. The back of her hair. For most characters, you don't need them since it's rare that characters' best 2 skills are on the same rank. My thought was, like, okay, but what if you, like, mess up your build? Can you reset the skill tree? Because it was like, you should put a skill into your defender character, and I'm like, I don't know which one is correct. Like, I took the block one, because that makes the most sense in my head, but... that seems like what it is mostly for. Yeah, if you, like, mess up your build, then you take the other one. Instead of, like... yeah, okay. Have multiple builds and paths on how to build them makes the RPG feel more justified. I mean, sure. It's like, there are RPG elements. I just kind of wish you could, like, redo your builds. But it's a gacha game, so obviously they wouldn't give you the ability to redo your builds. They make you pay for that shit. Or, again, I don't think you said it was a cash-out item. It was a limited resource. Yeah. But I'm assuming if there was ever going to be any introduction of resetting your skill build or anything like that, it would probably be a premium item, not a game feature. Yeah, let me read this other stuff, because I didn't actually read it. Story in any mode except Spirals is pretty whatever, so no need to pay attention to it, though I guess the story starts on the beginning of Spirals, but that part doesn't last long. Spiral is the best part. I wish the gameplay in Spiral wasn't so slow and full of fluff, but otherwise I like it. Base Hall has a normal range of 3, but a skill range of 4, so you can attack even if you don't put yourself in range. Yeah, but anyways, I think the upside of the game is the like the mechanics seem to focus a lot around like pushing and stuff like that, so you know, if they have systems which support that, like gameplay wise, then that's cool. Like there's like a clear, I guess a very explicit or clear puzzle in the maps where it's like you push people into barrels, or you push barrels into people, or you push people off of stages, and then you're kind of looking for opportunities on how to do that. So that's cool. You can also buy it, of course. Yeah, okay. Saving up for your crossbow girl since she works well with my team, plus she's cute in the story. Current Clash season map sucks, which is unfortunate, but oh well. What is Clash? Is that PvP? Because I'm not even gonna sniff PvP in this game. I think PvP in gacha games is a crime against humanity. That is my opinion. Any type of PvP in a game where you can simply pay for your units to be significantly stronger than your opponent is like literally a crime against all of humanity. And I'm judging you. Not you, the player, I'm judging the devs. I'm not interested in PvP either, yeah. Anyways. The game allows you to play in a way such that you always have the advantage, so it's whatever. What does that mean? Do they have, like, gear matching or something? Yeah, I think usually in, like, PvP things, there should be, like, an equalizer of some kind. At least for gacha games. Because again, it's like, well, what about the person who just bought all of the traits on their character? Like, then what? Is that fair? They bought all of the traits on all of the characters and pulled all of their weapons. It's like, okay, cool. Awesome. Very cool, awesome. You can obtain duplicates of your units by grinding, but process is slow. Still neat that it's there. I mean, do you, like, need duplicates necessarily? It seemed like dupes were for, I mean, they're the normal dupe feature of games. It's like it makes your character kind of, like, slightly better, but you choose one of 3 opponents of different difficulty, and the low one is almost never much of a challenge, and the hardest one isn't even that hard most of the time. Yeah, but it's PvP, right? Maybe I'm not understanding. I guess I don't even know how the PvP structure works. Is it a PvEVP? As in, like, 2 people play the same map and then you, like, compare certain stats or something? Anyways, the point is I'm not, like, really that interested in, I guess, that part. Like, regardless. Battle against a preset formation from another player controlled by the game. Yeah, so it's still using their stats, right? I don't know. I will avoid it for now and probably avoid it in the foreseeable future. That's what I imagine. Man, my eepiness was very eepy. I was actually, there was a major dungeon fighter patch, a new character that came out, and I was very excited to play this character because they have, like, dashes, and then when you use a skill, you reset the dash cooldown, or most skills have, like, reset the dash cooldown. So zipping around with a big crossbow is really cool and feels cool. So that's what I've been doing. But the point is, I'm trying to do, like, late game content, and it's the second day of the character being released, and I'm like, yeah, I can do this, and I've not been able to do it. I keep getting killed. It's like, nah, I could do this for sure, but no, I think the class is just a little too different from what I normally do, so it's quite hard. I also, like, there's a way of transferring gear to your other characters because they don't normally, like, they're not normally transferable. But I've been preparing for this character to be released for, I think, like 3 weeks, maybe a month. So I was able to transfer her a whole bunch of the gear that you would have to grind for. I prepared a lot of materials as well. So she looks like she's off to the races, and I'm very excited about that. Unfortunately, I had to start streaming and talk to you guys instead of continuing to play the game. Can't believe you tore me away from my game, chat. No, but actually, I did abandon the run because I figured maybe I could, like, just go get more gear levels or something before I did it again, because there's, like, some critical threshold of, like, being able to do more damage and then also just being better at the class, so I figure I'll just prepare a little bit more and then see how it goes. Okay. The issue with the current season is that the map lets you place fire traps right at your feet, which deals like 30 to 40% to whichever character steps on it and locks your other guys in the bag. Unless you want them to also go into the fire and take 30 to 40%. I prefer this PvP to what I remember about Fire Emblem Heroes PvP, since it's more modular and way less tight-packed maps. Be controlled by AI, yeah, it reminds me of Fire Emblem Heroes, which case it's all about exploiting the AI, probably. Yeah, I don't know, something just like rubs me the wrong way about like somebody's wallet was bigger than mine. And not even that their wallet was bigger than mine. It was like their wallet is bigger than mine, and also they chose to like wail out harder than I did. Like, so for reference, Dungeon Fighter, before it had something called like Fair Arena in air quotes. And the systems have been changed around a whole lot, and like I don't necessarily PvP anymore. But if I have not shared, I used to be like a top PvPer in Dungeon Fighter, like with the old systems too. And the idea was that your gear actually did matter, like the gear that you got in the game mattered for PvP. So you could there was like a lot of really dumb interactions, but also there would be people who like reinforced their armor so that they would have like insane amounts of physical defense. So like the length of the combos and juggles you had to perform in order to kill these people was like exceptionally long. And Dungeon Fighter was a game about like infinite loops. So like you would just like spam this infinite loop for like 2 minutes because this person had like an absurd amount of physical defense. And also Dungeon Fighter has a miss rate. So like the longer that goes, like the longer there's a chance for you to drop this infinite combo just simply due to hit rate. And there was other systems too. It was basically like if you did like 30% of their max HP, you would like they would fall to the ground anyways. But the point is that they like upgraded their gear an absurd amount, and like even in those systems, I was able to beat people by simply playing well. So it's like I know that it's possible. It's just that, like, it doesn't, like, to me, if it's not balanced at a system level to begin with, like, why are people competing on the axis? Right? Like, I just have, like, or I guess take fundamental issue with that. Because, like, you know... I guess because it is in the context of a game, and like in a game you can literally just make like fair systems for PvP. So if you choose not to, it's like, what is your incentive as a developer to do that? Probably to sell more gacha. And like, I kind of like really disagree with that, I guess. So I'm just enjoying the story mode in this game. The fact there's multiple endings and choices matter is really fun. PvP, not really gonna touch seriously when I get there. Yeah, I mean, if there's incentives for me to play, like, to get rewards or something of, like, participate and get your ass kicked and then you'll get rolls, like, sure, I'll play it. But I think at a base level, it's a pretty unfair contest. Like, to me, it's sort of like if you sat down at an EDH table and then just, like, played your shitty, like, $50 budget deck versus, like, a CEDH deck. And then was like, damn, how did I lose? It's like, well. Well, you see. And maybe part of my problem with that in gacha games is that the axis in which you can spend money is just like so much grander. It's literally like, did you spend 30k on your account? Because you can definitely spend 30k on your account if you would like to. Whereas in Magic, it feels like if you spend $100 on an EDH deck, like you can be pretty well postured to like play against good decks. And people sometimes are, if you're playing at that level, which people don't even really play at that level, you can proxy power. Like, CDH players are already so far and few between that, like, I'm sure they would care more about playing against your deck than you actually owning a Lion's Eye Diamond. So, yeah. Rewards for PvP are pretty small. It's really just worth it if you find it fun, which I do mostly. Yeah, I mean, sure. Like, if you enjoy it, you can enjoy anything. Even if it's, like, bad. And you can enjoy it even if I think that the incentives from the devs are bad. Like, you could say that the design of Spiral Abyss is meant for you to buy the most recent Genshin character, because they will make Spiral Abyss a lot easier for the most recent Genshin character. So it's like, when you're playing Spiral Abyss, it's like, wow, the best way to win this puzzle is to simply own the new character and win. It's almost like they designed it that way. That's crazy. Can you still... I guess there's like sort of... What is the range in which you can still enjoy and interact with the system, despite there being a very clear, like, axis of pay to win? And... like, for a game like Dungeon Fighter PvE, I think you could play solo mode and probably still enjoy the greater majority of the game if you spent $20 on your character. Or if you spend $0, you could probably still do the same thing, but it'll take more grinding. And at the end of the day, you won't own premium gear, so you will simply be missing like 60% in modifiers, which is kind of a lot. In a game like Gacha Game PvP, I just see that the ceiling is like 30,000 on your account, and then I go like, well, that's not really fair, and I don't want to participate. Yeah, and then there's games like Magic where, like, the range of acceptable play is pretty large, and Commander is widely seen as casual. Even in, I guess, constructed formats, there's, like, constructed formats that are, like, budget decks. And people try to win with budget decks, and it's not like you won't get to play most of the game. As I said, the setup allows you to only fight jobbers and not the whales, so it's fine by me. Yeah. But, like, I guess it's like when I play PvP, right? My desire to play PvP is to, like, compare myself to other people on, like, the mastery of the systems of a game. Right? Not to win. And I cannot, like, accurately compare my mastery of the game to another person without there being, like, this balancing system. Right? Like, it's not inherently a level playing field. So, I don't want to just, like, beat up people who are playing Pauper versus my modern deck. Like, yeah. Yeah. I want to play EDH versus other people who have power level 7 decks, whatever power level 7 means. No, but, like, honestly, that's even my complaint in EDH is that, like, no one knows how to design the format correctly. They just have a bunch of opinions. So, EDH is also a hellscape, but it's a little different. Flar quote, you can enjoy something bad even though it's bad. I agree, Flar. I enjoyed your mother even though she's 4 out of 10. Damn. Not even saying you enjoy the stream even though it's bad. Or, like, that's literally why I watch you, etc. Come on, I set you up for that one. You didn't even roast me. The way it works is so far from being mirrored that that is never going to be something you can do with that mode. Yeah. Exactly. Which is, again, why I'm like, yeah, I think I'm just not going to play that. But definitely, if I'm playing PvP things, it is usually so that I can just test my mastery of the game systems versus another player who is doing, like, the same things. So, like, which is why I have succeeded, in my opinion, this is why I've succeeded in, like, online simulator games, like the Cardfight Vanguard Simulator, where a lot of the cards are just available to you. Like, you just unlock the cards and make the deck. And then I'm like, cool, everybody has access to basically the entire card pool. I will play this game, and whoop-de-doo, we made it to top 10. In Magic Arena, you can mostly acquire all of the cards and just have them. Succeeded at that. Hearthstone the same. Yu-Gi-Oh! The same. Shadowverse the same. Like, there isn't really much of a barrier between, like, buying or paying for cards. Yeah. It's like each deck, I guess if there was a deck that's a pile of legendaries that's, like, very difficult to craft, like, there's something like that, but the actual access to that thing is not explicitly restricted by paying money. So it's like, I'll compete on a fair playing field, and also probably win. me being cocky as fuck, I would probably win. Nah, I'd win. We all know how that goes. No, but I think overall, just the competitor spirit in me has died anyways. Like, I feel like I have my set of accomplishments, and then I'm like, yeah, man, I'm good. Like, it's too stressful for me to compete in anything. It's not fun for me. Same for me, the fun of PvP in a game is to see my progress. That's why I love fighting games, even the smallest improvement shows. Gacha games, I feel like money is what's stopping me, which isn't as fun. Yeah, and the idea is that there is a mix of both of those things, but my problem is that the difference between a whale and, like, I would say the majority of players in something like Magic, the difference is, like, between a $300 deck and, like, a $3,000 deck. But if you really look at the things that's making the deck cost $3,000, it's like dual lands. You don't need classic dual lands. You don't even really need fetch lands, to be completely honest with you. And also that you can proxy that stuff. $300? Yeah, it's still a lot, for sure. But it's not like Warhammer, where it's like $300 for a single figure and then your army is like $30,000. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's just the, like, degree of reasonable money that you could put into something. And for me, in gacha games, that's like the difference between someone who's, like, not putting money in and someone who is putting money in is just, like, so flagrantly obvious that it's, like, embarrassing to assume that there is any fair competition or skill expression that is changing the result of the battle. Even though there is, it's just like, it's like, literally, what the fuck? And then, like, what's gonna happen? Like, they're gonna make a new character that you have to spend $3,000 on in order to be top PvPer, and then it's like, okay, I mean, what are we doing here? Like, what the fuck? So, yeah. Like, what is the range of, like, how much of this is gear and how much of this is non-gear, right? Oh, that's important to me. And, like, very, very obviously in gacha games, it's like, okay, well, you spent $30,000, congratulations. you did it. Let's fucking go. Okay. Since the defender gets to place traps, obstacles, and their units basically wherever, and the attacker only gets a few spots, but the attacker gets to react with their lineup, talent skills, and a functional brain, so they get the advantage in the end. Yeah. I mean, you can have non-mirrored roles, right? Like, you can have unequal roles. Like Counter-Strike is unequal roles, right? Which even in those cases, you usually like the players switch halfway through rounds, right? Like in like Counter-Strike, Valorant and stuff, people switch sides halfway through, right? So you have to like have skill expression on both axes, and you can't just like pay to have a stronger gun. Like, you can't just start the game with a stronger gun because you paid money. You card game players are insane. I mean, I've been using the same cards for a very long time. So I spent $300 maybe like 10 years ago, but Flooded Strand hasn't gone anywhere. You know what I mean? It just stays on the deck. My Flooded Strand, Polluted Delta, and Scalding Tarn have been in my Derevi deck for like, I don't even know how long. Too long. It is funny though. I actually had someone complain to me about they were angry because we didn't have a lot of time left in the store. Like, the store was closing. And I was like, okay, well, we have time for a quick one. I'll play Derevi. It is a stacks deck. And then they like looked at me weird because they're like, what do you mean you're trying to play the game fast and it's a stacks deck? And like, this is very clearly the like dumb EDH player who does not understand like is a ball of opinions and does not understand the like actuality of what happens, right? It's like, it is a stacks deck, but the point of the stacks is so that you don't play the game so that I can play more of the game, which means that if the stacks pieces are working, you will lose faster than if they are not working. Like, that is the point, right? Like, I think the public perception or the player perception of what a stacks deck is like just to slow the game down for no reason, which like boggles my mind. You have no choices, just pass turn or concede and the game is over quickly. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, like, Derevi as a stacks deck is more like a combo control deck where it's like, here is a stasis. You literally don't untap, please pass your turn so that I can untap and then combo kill you. Like, please, thank you. Yeah. So it's like, hey, it took me a little while to convince them that, like, hey, no, like, this is legitimately my fastest deck. Like, what do you want me to play? Like, Jeskai Hard Control featuring, like, Cast Farewell 5 times? Like, what do you think that's gonna go much faster, my dude? Like, it's not. Like, what? The other deck is actually, like, a slow deck that could take up to 3 hours to complete their game if, like, I need to board wrath 5 times. Yeah, they also had another pretty shit take where they were like, man, I hate it when people cast Farewell, because it's like, they literally said, like, oh, it's like restarting the entire game. And I'm like, what the actual fuck did you just say? Like, what? If I Farewell and I exile creatures, graveyards, and enchantments, and then I keep like 8 mana worth of artifact mana on the board, and you lose all of your permanents, I get 8 more mana than you every turn. I did not restart the game for myself. What the fuck? Don't you know it exiles lands and sets people's life to 40? Yeah, it's like, shit, I must have missed that part. My bad. And they were like, I don't know, man. Like, I just... Like, I know... Like, I feel like I'm not actually that mad, you know? Like, I'm just complaining, and, like, I don't actually care about any of this. But it's like, man, come on. Like, how do you not understand that, like, board wipes are not actually symmetrical? Like, the player that did not play any creatures does not care about the board wipe. Like, that's the entire point. Oh, man. Oh, I actually had a really sweet game, though, that I had a really sweet game that I played. That I literally el-fucko moded my opponents. It was very funny. Whatever you want to interpret as el-fucko mode. I'm sure it matters if you're trying your best, but when you just want to play a decent map in a strategy game, it works well. Yeah, it's like if you're taking it again. So if you're playing the PvP for the purposes of like, it's an enjoyable experience for you, like it's not that big of a deal, like that's fine. It's just for me, the baggage of PvP is like competing and wanting to like express skill mastery. So because that's like a large part of my mental framing and I find it hard to like disconnect myself from that mental framing, it is like not enjoyable for me. So who knows? It's like, well, just enjoy it better. It's like, I don't have time. I don't care. Like, I don't care enough. I'm gonna buy the flag girl and then nut all of my resources on her, and that's probably like my... I'm going to play this game. Okay. I seen that when you play Yu-Gi-Oh! The goal of deck is to make it so the other player can't play the game. Yeah, so that's how like floodgates work in Yu-Gi-Oh! For sure. Upheaval, however, that one is funny. Oh, I saw the sickest deck because I was researching Gruul CEDH with a friend of mine. And this deck is like plays Klothys, which is a 3-mana indestructible god who like exiles lands from people's graveyard. Well, exiles cards, and then if you exile lands, you make mana. And the purpose of that the purpose of that deck is to get the 6 mana and then just yokel hops everybody, which is hilarious. It's super funny. Aren't you the one preaching changing your framing in order to enjoy stuff more? Yes. The flip side of it is that if you have genuinely considered all of your options and you have like given the... How do I say it? It's like if you've given it a shot and or you have explored your options or you've come to the conclusion yourself, then it's like fine, right? It isn't do change your framing more to enjoy stuff better. It's that I tend to see the problem with people nowadays is like they are incapable of changing the framing of their mind, and then like they're surprised when they don't enjoy things. So I'm fully aware of why I don't enjoy the thing and the fact that I like have difficulty doing that, so I'm not interested in trying, right? But there are people who like don't even have any like metacognition loop to like even consider that fact. They're just like completely dead ass brain in one direction. I thought about it, right? And I can see the appeal from multiple axes. So, like, with all of that information, I am still making the same decision, right? And I don't feel like I'm needlessly discarding any of the information. Like, I am not discrediting the fact that it could be fun. I'm not discrediting the fact that there are systems that allow me to win. I'm not, like, discrediting the fact that, like, who knows? Maybe there's a lot of enjoyment in playing against the whales and then, like, really trying to win. Like, there's challenge and fun to be had doing that, right? So, you know, it's that you have to consider first. But if you feel like you've considered, you've given it a reasonable shot, and, like, there are, I guess, other signals for, like, are you giving it a fair chance, right? I guess the other thing, too, is that, like, if you're forcing yourself to enjoy something, right? Or, I'm trying to think of, like, the actual way I want to say this. But it's kind of like... It's like water is water. Right? Like, at the end of the day, like, it is what it is. If you seem to not be able to enjoy something, you don't have to, like, break your back being able to like enjoy it or not enjoy it. It's like, I wake up tired in the morning. Am I like, man, I can't believe I wake up tired in the morning. Like every, like, maybe I should just like, you know, cognitively change my brain and just like not be tired. It's like, I don't know, man. Reality is what it is. I'm just tired in the morning. It's not, I don't need to change anything, right? I don't know if that made sense. But it's like a balance between whether try to make informed decisions about things. And I think even then there's a criticism of like people who think they are making informed decisions about things aren't. So for example, if you have someone who like heavily intellectualizes against the thing, right? And they're like, ah, yes, I'm making the most informed decision because I am intellectualizing why I don't want to play the thing, right? Which is basically what I did, right? If you have someone who's doing that, but then is incapable of seeing like the good in a thing, right? Then I think that speaks to me that they're not making an informed decision, right? So again, the difference for me is that like, okay, well, here are my reasons, but I understand that my reasons aren't like the be all end all. Like there's more to it than my reasons. I just don't really want to do that. Does that make sense? It's a bit of a rant. From what I'm assuming is not like the most serious question in the world. Yeah. There's a balance between like just accepting it is what it is and like pushing yourself. You don't have to push yourself all the time, but also it's been more my experience that people are completely incapable, like 0%, like there's zero cognitive flexibility, like the world is one way and their beliefs are the only way they can see the world. Which is why I preach about and or talk about like having some degree of cognitive flexibility is probably valuable for your life. Because people just like literally don't know how to do it. Farewell is also my favorite, gives me a chance to leave. I see. Farewell? What the? You're never going to be 100% objective when it comes to art as what your personal value is changes. It's good to be open, but if you don't like violence, then you don't watch John Wick by yourself. Yeah, for sure. It's like, well, I guess I don't really like violence, so like I can assume that I won't really enjoy John Wick. But you could go into it and try to have an open mind. But it's I guess it's the idea that if you're just on autopilot all the time with your decisions, then like there's maybe something there that you can like, right? Like, so with the example of John Wick, it's like, okay, I don't like violence, so I'm not going to watch John Wick. Or I don't like violence, but like I autopilot to push myself to try and change my frame of mind, so I will go watch John Wick. And then you don't enjoy yourself, and then you're like, why did I do that to myself? Right? Like, it's about coming to a decision that you have like agreed to, right? And generally, like, autopilot decisions aren't always ones that I feel like are made in my best interest. So if I'm trying to think of a good example, and I guess like I don't necessarily need to, I guess, continue ranting or explaining, but like let's say you're like incredibly anxious all the time, and then you're like, okay, so I don't want to go outside. And then like then you never go outside. Or you're like, I'm anxious, and then I'm gonna force myself to go outside. Right? It's right? Like, you can come to the conclusion or decision that you want to come to if you are, like, genuinely considering your options and not forcing yourself to make decisions based on, like, adamant or dogmatic logic. So, like, sometimes you're like, I'm very anxious and I'm going to push myself to go to class, right? And then you go to class most of the time. And then there's going to be one day where you're like, I'm feeling very anxious. I literally cannot leave my room. I am, like, cripplingly, like, having a tough time. And then you're like, today I'm just going to choose to stay home. It is okay that I'm incapable of forcing myself to leave today. I'm going to, like, rely on my support structures after this fact to, you know, get the work that I needed to be there, or, like, talk to your mental health provider or something, right? So, like, you make sure that you're not completely ruining your life, but also respecting the fact that it's like, well, the anxiety is really bad today. Unfortunately, like, I don't know what you want me to do about that. 90% of the time, I force myself to leave, and, like, I'm okay, and it ends up not being as bad as I think it's going to be. But some days, it's too tough, and, like, you're not going to be able to do it every single day. But having an open mind, or being able to change your mind, means you won't always stay home, and you won't always force yourself to leave, right? It's about you coming to the decision while understanding that you will automatically have certain thoughts. So you can question your thoughts. So people who don't question their thoughts at all, right? Like someone who would assume, like, no, you should play gacha game PvP because, like, it doesn't matter if they have more money than you. All free-to-play players should be able to have enough skill expression to be able to win. So if you're not doing that, then you're bad, right? And I think we can all see how, like, that is just a very, like, entrenched viewpoint that does not consider a lot of things, right? Whereas someone who's like, well, you can still win in the PvP system because you don't need to fight against the whales. In my experience, I have found that I can actually beat whales even with my kind of, like, crummy teams. Not every single time, but it's a fun challenge. I can understand why someone wouldn't want to do that. And frankly, like, it's a little annoying too. Like, it's not even really the best experience, but, like, there's something of value there. And if you want to play, you can. Right? Like, two completely different viewpoints, right? One is like, I am entrenched in my views, and one is like, I see that there is value in this thing and I want to share that with you, but I recognize why you wouldn't want to do it. Like, you're just interpreting way more information, right? Than, like, your cognitive biases discarding, like, a whole bunch of information. Also, on the comment of, like, being 100% objective, I agree that, like, you'll usually at least have a perception bias for sure, right? But my view on the term objective is that, like, you can be 100% objective. So, like, when you formulate arguments that have, like, a set frame of logic, you could say, like, well, what was the driving factor to have the logic in the first place? Like, sure, right? Like, you have intent, you have perception. But, like, let's just say for a second, like, the reason why I'm doing the Dustborn analysis, right, is that, like, listen, I don't control the qualifiers. This is not my logic. I am simply going to take on someone else's logic and then try to present something that is objective. Which, you know, is not going to be 100% objective. But I think, like, the closest you can get is, like, to remove yourself from the logic that you're utilizing and then just say, like, I mean, here's what it is. Right? And boy howdy, will people pay you a lot of money to do that. Because if I fundamentally disagree with a lot of the things that you're saying, but then go, like, okay, but if you pay me to say that this game is well designed, you get games journalism. So they are presenting it objectively with the qualifiers that have been given to them, And they're objectively correct within the scope that they've defined, but it's just like you know, yeah. So there's reason to doubt objectivity, but I guess it's more to recognize that the circumstances of objective correctness is determined by the qualifiers, right? Because you're just playing a game of like defining qualifiers and stuff, right? So I told my brother he often complains about stuff. I'm gonna read upward before reading next. Complains about stuff his wife likes and keeps trying to tell him, and I keep trying to tell him to try and find environment or enjoyment the same way she finds enjoyment in stuff he likes. Yes, something like that. I was talking about the farewell card you were talking about. Yeah, I remember that part. I just wasn't sure if you were being serious because I didn't know if you played Magic or not. Also, my apologies, but welcome Cesar and Cavalier. I'm rambling, so... Clearly my thoughts are infallible because I'm not very intelligent, so they can't drop far enough to be considered falling. Incredible. I was talking more about value, not perception. For example, you value video games more than books. You can still appreciate books and movies, but for subjective and sometimes objective reasons, you choose your time playing video games, which is fine. Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is that, like, whether I value something or not is based on my perception. Right? So, like, I have lenses or qualifiers for what I appreciate in, like, a piece of media, right? Or what I value. So, for someone who can't perceive that there's other value in something, right? It's often because they're like, well, my personal or subjective like of something is absolute. So they're just like, this is the way I like something, like, this is what I like, and this is the way I like something. Like, there's no cognitive flexibility, right? So I literally can't perceive the good in something. Right? And then in the case of, like, objectivity and value, maybe what I was trying to say was, like, you can value things on a subjective level and be like, well, I like particular things. Like, I like Night Girls. I like literally Gloria as a character. So subjectively, because I like this thing, I will try this game because I like that character archetype. Right? But you could still make an objective argument about the game that has qualifiers. The question is, like, why are you making that objective, like, logical stance in the first place? And for me, when the failing to make a widespread logical argument that has to do with, like, multiple different axes of qualifiers that is all-encompassing of whether something is good or bad or not, like I didn't say Sword of Convallaria is good or bad based on the things that I was complaining about. I said that I am having a tough time because of these things. I was not making a wide sweeping claim about if the game is good or bad. It's that I could not find these things. And that I am struggling because of that. Like, that is not at all subjective necessarily, I guess. What would be a more objective argument is that UX as a field would claim that the greater majority of functioning users, which includes me and my skill level, should be able to understand your UI at a glance. So because I am unable to find the information at a glance or understand the information at a glance, that there is a failing of UI here. And then maybe you could make a numbers-based argument based on how many people don't understand the UI, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that probably they already did that. You can be objective about the quality of an art piece, however, your enjoyment of the art will never be solely based on that objectivity. Yeah, exactly. Which is like really interesting to me because like I'm really not a fan of people who like the way that they experience art is basically they're like, well, objectively, all of these things are good, so therefore I am liking the art. And it's like, you can observe objective things that are good about art using qualifiers for sure. But I think that there is a large part of the subjective realm which is just going to like determine whether you like the piece or not. Right? Like, what I'm saying is that objective statements are just like, using this frame of logic, this is correct. That is all like objectivity is. Like whether the initial art of the logic is objective in and of itself is not like real. Like that's the everything is subjective lens. Because you could say like every heuristic of UX design is just someone's opinion, right? Like, the idea of objectivity is just, we are all choosing to agree based on, like, trends that we can all see or observe or research or whatever. Or perhaps it's opinions of someone who has been, like, serially successful. That, like, objectively, notifying people when you are going to go live might be good for your streaming career. So objectively, I'm going to say that if people knowing when you're going live improves people's attendance because they know when you are going live, that means that it will be good or improves your chances at being a content creator. And then you can still question the underlying logic. Like, you can be like, where are the numbers for that? Like, is that even true? For sure. But it's just like, here's the logic, and then this is what it leads to. Like, that's the objective part of it. Which again, to walk it all the way back, the thing that you should be concerned about, or the thing that you should be questioning is, if you feel like you are making objective arguments, have you considered the full spectrum of what is observable? Because, like, for the person who's, like, just anxious all the time, right, they'll say, like, going outside is bad. Always going outside is always bad, right? And then you go, like, okay, but what about the last, like, 5 times you went outside and it was kind of okay? And then it's like, no, that doesn't exist. I'm going to actively choose to like, not perceive that because I am biased against, like, observing that data, right? So, yeah, when you are selectively objective, I think you should be concerned because you are not observing the full picture. I think after you've observed the full picture and then you're just like, all right, sure, there is value in playing PvP, but, like, I don't feel like it. Like, once you get to that point, it's like, okay, well, what are you gonna do? Right? And I think we went down this rabbit hole during Engage where it's like, all right, if you try your best to play a flight simulator game, but, like, quite frankly, you don't want to take, like anti-nausea medicine when you play a flight simulator to enjoy it every single time, like, it's fair for you to just be like, listen, man, I get it, but, like, I just don't want to do this. Right? Yeah. Too much brain for me, sorry. I'm just here to watch Flar get wrecked by her own fake skill issues. This is too much information for me, I'm sorry. Needing anti-nausea medicine is a skill issue. Yes. Clearly. Obviously. Okay, so value can be perception, but the thing about art is it has strengths and weaknesses. Someone who likes short stories can have objective reasons why he dislikes long stories. Same as the other way around. Value to me at least depends on what person believes is important. That this is subjective, of course. You can still appreciate the other things, but you enjoy one style over the other. No matter the mental framework, if that makes sense. Let me see if I can understand. Because I think we might be talking about different things. So, like, it's entirely possible that me trying to explain something does not necessarily matter in this case. Yeah, so art can have strengths and weaknesses. So yeah, so there is a style, like a story is short or a story is long, right? Value depends on what the person believes is more important. Yeah, so like that is subjective. I'm trying to understand where this was coming from. What are we talking about? Value, not perception. Yeah, okay, so I think I know what the delineation is. So, yeah, you're suggesting that, like, so short stories have strengths and weaknesses, and long stories have strengths and weaknesses, right? If someone just prefers the structure of short stories more, that is subjective, right? And I think no one is disagreeing that having a preference for a particular art or feature of art is subjective. Like, that is not the argument. What I'm saying is that it is a matter of perception if you are incapable, like literally incapable, of seeing what the value is in another thing based on your subjective preferences. Like, that is a perception problem. Because you, like, literally can't see the value in something else because you are choosing to selectively not view that thing. The difference between value and perception. Well, they are different. I don't know if I was necessarily claiming they were exactly the same. The value of something could be hampered by the fact that you're unable to perceive, like, the other things, I guess. I think it was more in relation to where this conversation started, right? Which, like, the main claim was just, like at the very, 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 very start, was that, like, I am very skeptical if I'm coming to a conclusion and I feel like I have a very automatic response to it. Because if I have a very automatic response to it and I'm discarding it because of that automatic response, like, it's like my brain is trying to trick me by, like, hiding information from me, right? Which is why in, like, situations of good and bad, like, I try pretty hard to see the value in things, or, like, of both the good and the bad. Ultimately, the decision is going to be, like, a decision probably based on my subjective preferences, right? But I would at least like to make the decision with all the information instead of, like, my brain literally making shit up or not telling me things. So, like, that is a separate cognitive skill. Is to be able to perceive the whole picture. You were trying to tell me what I meant with personal values. Yeah, so I think they were different things. The thing that I was just confused about was why we got on the discussion of value. And then I was trying to bridge the gap between the thing that I was actively talking about and then the thing you were talking about. But yeah, like, value can be influenced by perception. But, like, oh, I think the other thing we were talking about was, like, objective and subjective value, right? Which is, like, I think it is fine for something to have objective value if you have qualifiers. You don't necessarily need to, like, question the validity of the initial qualifier unless, like, there's a reason to, right? Which is the purpose of, like, getting on the same page when you're in a discussion and stuff, right? But my point is that I think that there is, like, both subjective and objective value in things. And you're, like, allowed to choose based on your subjective value of something. Like, I don't think I was claiming that. You can't do that. It's just oftentimes you'll, like, you may not be able to see something that you'll enjoy in something. Like, for someone who doesn't like violence and John Wick, right? It's like, well, maybe you just enjoy the fact that, like, Mr. Jonathan Wick lost his dog, right? And that's, like, an emotionally resonant experience for you because you lost a pet before, due to, like, tragedy. And then you end up enjoying the movie, despite maybe not enjoying how violent he gets based on his dog passing away, but that, like, it happened to him and that seems to affect his decisions. What kind of psycho would enjoy that he lost his dog? Well, you're not enjoying it in, like, you're happy about it. You're enjoying that it's emotionally resonant because you're empathizing. What? Sorry, was that... Is it because the way I explained it sounded like... Did I make it sound like the person was a psychopath? Because that's funny. But yeah, it's like, I understand what you're saying, Rance. Like, I don't think I didn't understand it. I was just confused how we got there, and I was trying to, like, run back through the things that I said and where this was applicable. Yeah, like, I get you. Or at least I think I did. Is this too cerebral? Should we just, like, lose at playing Ironclad yet? It has been, like, an hour and 20 minutes. I really did, like, fire up stream going, like, alright, I'm just gonna play Ironclad today. The word enjoy just sounded funny in the context of something being emotionally resonant on the basis of grief. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I didn't remember exactly what I said, Poi, but that makes a lot of sense. That's why I was like, did I say it as if they're, like, some kind of psychopath? And it's like, yeah. No, I enjoy that he lost his dog. Literally the Gura clip of, like, my dog died today. Let's go! Oh, God. Okay. I mean, I think that closes that discussion. Oi is allowed to enjoy the PvP in the game because it is reasonably cerebral enough and fun. I can recognize that that is enjoyable and still not want to play it for reasons that I deem are objective, but are, like, my selection bias because I feel like I've acknowledged why it's actually valuable. While the person could find fun with it, if he truly hates violence, that's always going to be a thing that hampers the experience. He can enjoy it in spite of that. Yeah. Yeah, and then, like, I think the initial question was, like, again, I can't tell how serious your question was, or if you were just, like, you were just shitposting me, because obviously it looks like one way or the other. But it's like, you don't... I was going to say something and then I forgot. I think people can afford to question their subjective enjoyment of things, right? So, if you're like, I hate violence, and then you watch a violent movie, and then you're like, well, I didn't like that because of the violence, right? A way to enjoy more things is to question why you dislike the violence in the first place, and then whether or not you can find something enjoyable about the violent content of something. Something for me that I genuinely, like, don't think I will ever change my mind about is horror movies. I just don't like horror movies. I don't care if they're silly. I don't care if they're unbelievable. I don't care if they're, like, whatever, right? I don't care if they are... If there's something fascinating about the fucked up things that someone can think of in their mind and then produce on the screen. I just don't care. It is generally too much stimulation for me. I do not like needing to witness it. And, like, I don't like it. Me either, because it's not scary enough. Well, yes, we're clearly on different ends of the scale here. I think it was just because I watched like restricted horror movies when I was younger, or like other people around me wanted to watch them, and I was like a small baby. So now I just dislike horror movies because I was traumatized, and now I refuse to change my mind. Which is okay, and a lot of times I go to movies I dislike and manage to have fun because I'm with my friends or family. Yeah, like, that's a good anchor. I think just being like, well, I'm around people that I like is a good anchor for enjoying things. It might just repulse you. The reason doesn't have to be traumatic. Yeah, the reason I'm saying that it is traumatic is because I can specifically think of, like, the movie that, like, I know what the movie is, and I know how I felt in that moment. And because of the fact that I know very specifically what the movie is, what, like, the time was, what my reaction was to the stimulus, and all of those things, like, that happened, like, over 15 years ago. How do I still remember in that much detail, like, why I dislike that thing so much, like, so specifically? Right? So, like, that is why I'm saying, like, it was probably just traumatic for me. Because I remember very specifically the thing. So, yeah. It's good to understand, but you don't have to constantly focus yourself to watch things you don't like. Yeah, and I'm not suggesting, once again, like, I'm not suggesting people need to force themselves to, like, specifically watch things that they don't like. It's that, like, you can afford to be cognitively flexible. Because quite frequently, people are not cognitively flexible at all. Like, they're simply not at all. It is, like, not an axis that they know that they can participate on. Like, you can participate on that axis. Like, you can go to a violent movie and be like, well, I'm gonna see if I can find something to like about this. And then, like, you don't. One thing, actually, yeah, this is actually a thing that I do, that I... On the topic of things that I don't really like, but I do go out of my way to try them from, like, an open mind, and then it's usually just okay. I don't like sashimi. Really, like, I'm not a huge fan of sashimi. It's like very too fishy to me. I don't really like fish in general anyways. But usually when I go out for sushi, I will order like 3 to 4 pieces of sashimi just to eat it and be like, it's not that bad. Like, it's not as bad as, like, I'm making it out to be. Like, it's fine. I can find some enjoyment in it, but ultimately I don't really like it. Right? So, like, that is a practice for me where I'm like, no, I'm just gonna, like, I am going to go out of my way to have this thing that I know that I don't really like. I'm going to, like, process the information of me eating this thing, realize that it's really not that bad, but ultimately that I subjectively don't like the thing. Right? So, yeah. You can do that. That is a thing you are allowed to do. Which is surprising when people are like, no, I can't do that at all. What are you talking about? I don't like sushi. Why would I ever order sushi at a sushi place? I hate sashimi. I could never possibly try it. Or it's like, I've determined every time that my enjoyment of sashimi is meddling. So why would I why would I continue to order sashimi when I know that I'm not really that big on sashimi? And it's like, because I can. It's like the biggest fuck you to all of the logic in my brain. Because it's like, why are you doing this to yourself? And it's like, because I can, fuck you. Like, that's literally the reason. You can't tell me what to do. You can't... This sign would affect me if I could read. You know? So yeah. I don't think I've watched any horror movies, or I watched any horror movies till I was like 12, so I didn't have that issue. Yeah, I think I was like 10 or something. It was at my, like, not distant relative. It was at like one of my relatives' houses, and they were watching, like, yeah. I don't really want to talk about the movie specifically, but the point is that, like, I remember many scenes of, like, you know, excessive gore, like, drowning. I have a fear of water because I was a bad swimmer. So, like, you know. And, like, the general cruelty of, like, people. Oh, there was also, like theming of, like, the cycle will perpetuate itself. Of, like, this bad thing happened, and it's going to happen again. Like, ooh, spooky. Right? So you can think, like, oh, that's, like, ridiculous and goofy and whatever. But to me, when I was, like, 10, I was like, that's terrifying, I hate this. Like, even thinking about it now, I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, the entire plot of these things and, like, the scenes that I'm remembering in my head are ridiculous. Like, they're just frankly ridiculous. But, like, that shit fucked me up, man. I am committed to never watching a horror movie ever again in my entire life. Like, you literally can't convince me I will say no. Just flap your arms. Swimming is so damn easy. Once again, I think this is one of those, like, people tried to teach me how to swim when I was young, and I did not understand. And I was like, oh shit, maybe I'm dying, right? Wallet, however, it speaks to me, Fly. That's what stops me from doing a lot of new things. Unemployment life, have to be responsible with money. Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. Which is why I'm like, okay, but I want to do the series where I analyze Dustborn. And I'm already like, man, what if I did this analysis of Dustborn and then didn't buy the game, and then didn't actually play the game and didn't analyze it? Like, what if the first stream was enough and then we don't actually need to do more? Which is why I did not buy the first stream. I still do not own the game. I can convince you to watch a horror movie. It's a big anime thigh flat flag knight killer. You would watch that? Yeah, I would watch that if all of the scenes were, like, slowly choking them out with their thighs. Then I'd be like, damn, like, put me in, strap me in. Like, I'm like, damn, I'm so ready. Please kill me. Please, with your big thighs, just choke me out. Are we ready to lose one Ironclad run and then I stop being live? How are we doing? How many people have clicked on this? 29. We have had one spike in viewership at 5 o'clock. Alright, well, I think that makes enough sense for a Zetsu stream. I have not successfully won any Ironclad runs, so let's find out. I believe you. You can lose 2 runs in 30 minutes. The thing is, you're right, and I don't like that. That makes me very upset. Combust Warcry. So Combust is mostly just a way to deal AoE damage. And then Warcry is a card draw thing. You need more damage. There's no shop at the end of the road on the left side, but there's more elites. There's, like, a bonfire between the first and second elite, and I can opt to skip the second elite, so I think this left-hand path is good. And then I think we take 2 events with the 3 encounters starting here. Alright. Beep. Pop. Defend? Oh. That was the worst one to send. I don't know why I did that. No! I'm stupid! I'm stupid! No! Damn it! Not my own stupidity. Shit. And I wonder why I lose Ironclad runs. I know we need damage, but Shrug is really good. I like Shrug. Shrug is great. It was the exact same path I would have taken, except I wouldn't even entertain the possibility of not fighting the second elite. Sure. I guess I could, like, combust. I'm gonna bust on him. Guys, I'm gonna combust right now. I'm combusting! Oh god, I'm gonna combust. See, this is why I should talk about normal things and not play Slay the Spire. Something about Slay the Spire just, like, has me talking about combusting and stuff. Like, you know? What is your team? I am in, like, the second stage of Chapter 1. So I'm just using the units that I pulled. Like, I don't have a team, specifically. Like, I'm using the Defender Girl they give you, and then I'm using, like, Barrel, because I pulled Barrel, and, the Crossbow Girl, because I pulled the Crossbow Girl. And then I think the last slot has just been, like whoever. Barrel? That's her name, right? It's spelled like this. Barrel. Nero. Right? That's her name? I think? She's a magic casting girl? It is? Okay, yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to make a joke about her exploding or not. I could take this anger. Do I want to take this anger? Anger is really good at killing things. And we have Shrug and Warcry, which help play zero-cost cards. I could find a, what's it called? I could find a way to draw more cards, like a Battle Trance, that'd be great. Alternatively, I could draft more Shrugs. I'm going to get rid of this Combust because I don't actually want it. One of our skills actually allows her to place down a barrel. That's hilarious. That's great. I love the Barrel Mage, where they just plant barrels. It's like, what is your magic? I plant barrel and go boom. I do recommend saving for Inanna. I think you enjoy both design and the fact she's Kuma, or kinda like a dancer. Oh, does she allow you to, like, act multiple times? Which one is Inanna? Does she allow people to act again? Only thing I don't like about her is that both her reaction skills are very good. One far more general so, but the other is strong in specific scenarios. She has a skill that lets people act again. Shit. So wait, is she on a specific banner? Because I've been throwing my free pulls at the Knight banner. Like the Knight girl who is on current banner. But how do I pull for this character? Like, do I just need to just pog her on the standard banner, or what? No banner for her right now? Yeah. Inanna is very good with any character with a charge attack like Barrel. Who remembers Who remembers Dragoon Dive? Let's play Unicorn Overlord. Dragoon Dive. Dance. Dragoon Dive. Dance. Dragoon Dive. Does this lose to Dragoon Dive? Dragoon Dive. Hey guys. Do you know what time it is? It's Dragoon Dive time. Time to Dragoon Dive. Yeah. Getting to fast action charge skills sounds like it would be very good. Which, to be fair, I didn't know that there were charge skills yet, so... Oop. I fucked up. Rerolled for Dandelion. Used a selector on her because she's his sister, and they also have synergy. I see. Okay. What is wrong with them giving me tiny chest all the time? What the fuck is wrong with them? Why would they do this to me? I actually think our main way of dealing damage with double shrug off and offering is literally going to be this anger, so I think I want to upgrade it. I think that's what our deck is doing right now. Should I consider not upgrading the anger and just like upgrading bash or something? Barrel's charge is a 3 range from center AoE with 140 damage and sets enemies inflammable ground on fire. Oh, that sounds really good. That sounds hella good. I mean, if I had... I guess if I had Gloria and Inanna, then that's like the buffer dancer wombo combo. Hyper carry McDougal. Gonna upgrade this anger and see how it goes. Because it seems like that's kind of like what we're doing. Anger. Bash. I'm gonna shuffle in anger. It messes up my PvP defense anytime someone uses it against me because my squad just runs into it. Shit. Where's my bash? Ah, maybe I could have put Shrug on top. Oh, maybe I should have hidden the bash because next turn... It doesn't wake up next turn. So this turn might actually be bad if I don't draw strikes. I mean, that's pretty good. Is it time to double shrug? Shrug it off. Oh, I was supposed to anchor first. Oopsie. Demon form. Anger OP. I used to really not like anger. And now I'm like, I can see the value in it. I don't really know how to play this card though otherwise. Like, I don't know what you're supposed to do. Like, are you supposed to exhaust your excess angers? So that you don't draw so many angers? Like, I feel like there's some, like, oh, I don't know. Like, what if I just draw angers and then lose? Like, was there something that I could have done about that? I guess I'm gonna draw this demon form and it's gonna be pretty bad. But I want one energy worth of strikes. I'm just trying to get to my, like, get past the demon form and get to my strikes again. Nice. Warcry Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. If I upgrade both of them, then I'm gonna draw a lot of cards. I guess not. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, once you have enough energy to play lots of stuff, it becomes a lot worse. Yeah. What's fun about Inanna is she comes with a minion. She basically summons a guard, which is great cannon fodder. Oh, that seems pretty good. Only up against Guardian, so having good blocks is important. Create the Shrug. Can remove a strike. Or a defend at this point. I could remove a defend at this point, actually, maybe. Still gonna remove a strike. The guard is shit, but he dies to the slightest breeze against PvP units. But absorbing one attack against the boss isn't bad, I guess. Yeah, probably. It's cannon fodder. Clearly, I think the correct move there was to demon form. I guess this doesn't matter. It took 3 unnecessary damage. Disarm versus Guardian actually seems kind of okay. Or like the whirlwind turn and the double hit turn. I think I have enough damage with like angers outside of that. I guess anger versus Guardian is kind of like sus. Yeah, my demon form is better scaling than your silly 1 strength per turn. Foolish cultist. Max HP or heal? I think I can beat Guardian with 46 HP, right? So let's upgrade the disarm, maybe? Cultist is 5 per turn? Ah, shit. I was thinking of Cultist Potion, my bad. Yeah, I guess you can summon the guard and just have them hit explosive barrels. That's kind of funny. Do I offering now? I think it is unlikely, or no, it's literally impossible for me to draw another block. Just ship off this anger and then call it a day. Wait. Where'd my disarm go? Did I not play it? Oh, I think I played the, I played the demon form over anger, or over disarm. I think I'm actually not going to play the anger until like the last cycle, just because my deck size is low and I don't want to draw like double anger when I'm about to get attacked. So I'm just like not going to play these angers. I mean, this is going pretty well. This is actually going all right. I don't know why my runs offline are just like so unsuccessful. like they're actually so bad. Oh right, I have a demon form ticking. I forgot. I mean, I don't actually want to flip it this turn. Never mind. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Please save me from my stupidity. Turns out, if you wait for like 9 turns on demon form, you're the goat. You're just goated. Ooh, Fiendfire is great to get rid of anger. Or extra copies of anger that I don't need. Fusion Hammer. Oh, I need to upgrade like Demon Form or Fiendfire. I know you have Demon Form, so it doesn't matter, but still funny when you play a Strike instead of a Strike Plus. Yeah, was that on the turn? Like, was that on a turn where I just, like, needed to do more damage? Or was that on a turn where... Was that on the, like, I'm not gonna flip them turn? Don't know if I... Astrolabe? Just on a random turn? Yeah. That's fair. I'm not locked in. I don't think it's Box, I don't think it's Astrolabe. So I guess it is Fusion Hammer, huh? I don't really like Fusion Hammer. Because usually I feel like I need to upgrade like 1 or 2 cards in order to complete or like win the game. Looking at this right now, it's like... Is this like enough? Like, it's pretty bare bones so far. So I'm kind of curious if, like, not being able to upgrade is bad. I guess I normally rest at rest sites anyways, because I'm bad and I lose HP. So, I'm just gonna try it. You'll have to promise me to sell Warcry! Yeah, that's true. I guess Warcry is not very good if I can't upgrade it. That's true. We want different ways of producing multiple cards. I can go to both of these shops to try and spike a, like, battle trance or something. Or I guess I go more encounters so that I can prepare for this and then go here. I could go from here and, like, heal more. I can choose to heal or the shop. Alright. Oh, turn 1 demon form. What if I just went turn 1 demon form? And then it was like, haha. It's time for turn 1 demon form. Nice. In 10 minutes, there's going to be a Sajam fighting tournament. So excited. It's so cool to see VTubers and influencers getting into fighting games. Yeah, I think I saw that. Because of the, like... There's a thing about Doki in that tournament. With... It's, like, so sad. The saddest thing I've ever seen. It's apparently, like... What was it? I saw this even before they were talking about it in regard to the tournament, but yeah, the, Victoria was a fan of Palmu and Selene, and it's just like, ooh, like, sharp inhale, ooh, kind of awkward. Ooh, that's a little awkward, isn't it? Oh, Palmu Strike when I can't upgrade it is maybe not good. I'm thinking about it. I took this because I was like, I can generate velocity for Anger and Fiendfire. It's probably fine just as an upfront damage card that cycles. But I forgot I can't upgrade it. Give myself bites. Don't know if that is good. I cannot upgrade any of them, and I increased my deck size by 2, where I already don't have a lot of blocks. I guess I have 5 out of 17, and the shrug cycle. My tiny chest proc. I forgot I had a tiny chest proc. Thank you, enhanced UI features of the mod. Does that mean I actually go this way and I take the tiny chest proc? That sounds like a good thing to me. And this way I don't get that, so I'll go this way. Right. Didn't know Street Fighter 6 Sajam Slam was now. Won't watch because it's midnight, but we'll probably watch some highlights. Yeah, I was watching Doki's training stream, practice coaching stream. I watched a little bit of it. Do I buy this Dark Embrace? I guess... Do I need a defense card? I guess, like, Ghostly Armor and Dark Embrace? Oh, I can't buy both of them. I kind of want to buy the Sword Boomerang to pair with my Demon form. But also, I really need more blocks. I'm gonna buy this one and then hope for blocks. I need blocks. Or a way to generate block in general. I could prevent more damage by using Offering, probably. I did not prevent more damage by using Offering. I have to say though, Flar, seeing Doki commit the fighting game sin of 1. Dunning someone hurts my gamer soul. Beating someone and not finishing the set is a war crime. That's pretty funny. Yeah. It's not like I watch Doki a whole lot, but I just was aware that that was kind of the going-ons, at least from the VTuber space. I do really like, by the way, because I find it funny. As we all know here, I hate VTuber fans. Being a VTuber fan, I hate myself. But it was like a clip of Sajam explaining, like, listen, I just talked to the parties and said, are we allowed to do this? Maybe we do this a different way. Like, being a very completely reasonable human being. And then him also saying, like, listen, guys, it's really not that complicated. Like, calm your schizo down, like, actually. And then something is just, like, so funny to me about, like, telling the VTuber audience to, like, calm their schizo down, because it's literally, like, I'm really sorry, man, but, like, some people are so far gone, man, like, you can't help them, dude. Like, their schizo energy is just so strong that they are incapable. Oh, I can't actually kill the wizard. That's unfortunate. At least I had, like, the small amount of strength down. That's good. It'll be different not seeing it from the POV of Team Brawl Pro like I've done for the Tekken slams. Yeah, I'm completely unfamiliar with the actors and or people participating. What is the general structure of it? Like, I heard there were like brackets and stuff, and which I think is like a good way to go about it. Or I guess like acknowledging the fact that there is like a skill level component of the game. And being like, hey, maybe we don't want to shit blast people who are playing for the first time or are very inexperienced. I don't think I cast this Fiendfire still. None of this exists. It's just Flar's schizo voices. Yeah, clearly. Make sure to check your schizo. Dark Embrace number 2. Exhume for Offering. Exhume for Fiendfire. Exhume for disarm. Alright. How about it? It's a switch between all the teams where it's first to 3, with each player on the team having a position based on their skill level. Okay. So, and I'm assuming, first to 3 is, like, do they go in order? Like, is it bad player first, then mid player, then good player? Because that's, like, kind of cool. Seeding based on results, same individual match type. Okay. Yeah, so, like, nothing changes. Yeah. I like badass knights with thick armor. You're speaking my language. Turns out, I am also into that. I don't know where you would get that, you know, the even thought that I would even remotely be into that. But I'm just saying. I actually don't know if I want to take the shop here because I have, like, no gold. I was considering it, and then I guess I just take the encounters instead. Doki was pointing Tekken Slam since she was very new. And I think also for SO6. Yeah. Sorry, so just to confirm, the is that it goes in order like newbie, middle, then good. So because it's first to 3, yeah, bad first. So first to 3 is like the good player might not even need to play. I do not know how to 1v1 this thing. I am actually a little bit scared that I am going to die. I'm gonna assume that this might be necessary and then do it. Shrug doesn't do anything. This might be valuable. Terrible. How awful. Do I need Thunderclap? I don't think so. Do I need Cleave? Am I at a severe lack of AoE? So I am scared. I think I'm still looking for blocks. I'm pretty sure I'm still looking for blocks. Fossilized Helix. That's a good one. Maybe I want to heal for this Burning Elite and then take the Burning Elite. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay. Which is cool. Basically, the coaches, if they want to win, need to teach the newbies. Ah, true. Oh, so the top spot is also their coach. That makes sense. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Second best, so the best non-coach member usually plays their match even if they don't need to. Oh, wait, so teams have 5 members with the coach being the best and only having to play in case of 2-2 ties. Oh, I thought it was teams of 3. Sorry, when you said first to 3, I interpreted that as best of 3. No, first to 3 means that there are 5 members. Okay, that makes sense. Rue. Don't think I have the time to reshuffle my deck in this fight, do I? Maybe I do. Get ready for +3 strength. Book of Stabbing? Oh, let's go. I'm so ready to fucking die. I don't know why I'm attacking the weakest one. Probably because I'm stupid. Can I Offering? I think I saved the offering for the Fiend Fire. I might actually just die to 3 cultists. That's kind of funny. Oh my god, this doesn't actually kill it. That kills it. Thank God for anger. Oh, I could have triggered letter opener too. Oh, I'm such a goober. I am so ready to get railed by Book of Stabbing. It's like I want it. Reaper is basically a block card, right? You don't need AoE, just don't fight Reptimancer. Brawl Pro and Doki are still on the same team, though without Coney or Jack Jesus, the energy will be different. Yeah, who are these people? I knew who these people were. I'm going to try... I guess you can't really stall versus this thing, can you? Because I kind of want to, like, Demon Form Reaper before going into this elite fight. But this thing just, like, attacks you and then you die. Oh my god. I have no blocks. I guess if I was gonna stall, I shouldn't have played the anger. I lose 6. I don't die immediately. Okay. In the instance that I did not draw a block, I wouldn't have died immediately. I'm pretty sure we've got the guy on lockdown. I can exhaust some cards via Fiendfire so that I'm not like drawing them and I can block more consistently. Oh, but then I kill it, so I can't do that. Anyways, gonna head off. Have a great stream, nerd. And one of these days, I'll make you play another fighting game, even by force. It would need to be a sizable donation, but certainly. You know the rules, and so do I. Am I gonna Reaper within the next 2 turns? I mean, I could just, like, wait. I'm so stupid. My brain just doesn't work. I'm not gonna fight this Burning Elite on 14 HP. I'm not doing it. Oh boy. I didn't think about calendar either, to be fair. Fair. I don't really want my first thing to... my prevented damage to go to the first attack there. Ah, that sucks. My HP! Hmm. It's getting real sketchy. I did not know that it was gonna attack for 31. Whoops. That's, I think we call that one a misplay, especially because I could have killed it with Calendar. Damn it! No! This was winnable. I was just being greedy. I guess it was even more winnable because I could have just like casted Reaper in the last one, but I was giga charging my laser. Man! No! Why the fuck does this guy get to attack with 31? That's bullshit. This is BS. That's not fair. You might need to rename this stream or at least add chapters. Yeah, I think I'll add chapters. Man, fuck. I haven't fought an Act 2 boss in so long. I kind of want to see if I can, like, beat an Act 2 boss with this deck. Because I'm pretty sure I can. I'm pretty sure this can beat an Act 2 boss. But... weaken the enemy that isn't attacking. Oh, did I throw it at the wrong one? I meant to throw it at this one. So if I just straight up misclicked, I mean, unfortunately, I misclicked, but... well, this results in me not dying. Oh, you wasted a turn of uptime. Right. I think I was just trying to not, like, miss it. They died to Calendar, right? Okay. Gonna not fight the elite. We're gonna put it in the saved run category, okay? I could have waited on the reap. Oh my goodness, that would have been insane. You're just dead. This consumes my stack. What's mighty presumptuous about my sex? Putting this in the saved runs category? I mean, it is. I believe this deck could win. And it's not whether the deck can win, right? It's about having a winner mentality. Okay? It's about believing you're a winner. It's not about being a winner. It's about believing and achieving. And not achieving and believing still. It's about thriving. It's about striving. It's about, you know, it's about this. It's about that. How do you not see what it's about? You know what I'm saying? We all know what it's about. Does that make sense? Am I making sense here? Do you understand what I am saying? I guess what I see is the results. I mean, you're not wrong. That is like the bias of the... Is it still 21st century? I don't know how this... How does time work? Explain time to me like I'm not a time mage. Am I dead? Fuck off, man. For real? Like, actually? Really? For realsies? For realsies, for realsies? Man, come on. Spire Day and I have to go to a 3-hour event. It's okay, Lux. I think we've been playing Spire for maybe like 30 minutes. Just have a winner mentality and you'll survive. Yeah, exactly. Get collected? I've been collected. Honestly, sometimes I just wish I could get collected. Like... collect, collect, collect. Get collected. You know? Sometimes I just wish. I did the same thing I did last time, where I didn't save the thingy. Okay, well, we have 2 Dark Embraces. What could possibly go wrong? What are you gonna do? Kill me right now? I think so, actually. Ah, I am not dead by, like, 1. Mine, 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 get collected! Get collected! I mean, yep. That's what it is. That'd be how it do, for sure. For real. Ah, I can't kill it. I think I don't use this anger. Maybe I put this Reaper back into cycling. Oh, I can play it right now. It just says you're mine. Well, now we survive with 1 HP. I don't know where we took 1 less HP, but... Offering! Offering yourself right now! Do it now! Did I Reaper? I didn't, right? I'm gonna say maybe I need to Reaper this turn. This out of my deck. We almost still died. See, it was doable. It was doable. But there was no reasonable way I could have thought of that it was doable, but... Aw, man. See, the thing is, if we played all of those fights better, I think this deck could have, like it could have been okay. Because, like, we have, like, this feed, we have an Exhume for the feed, we can pick Runic Dome, we just, like, we take... it was like, we take Busted Crown. I'm pretty sure Cursed Key, because it's Act 2. Some people say it don't be, but it do. Yeah, exactly. It be what it do, but it be, but it don't be. Like, do we keep playing? I don't know. I feel like I wanted to stop playing. Also because I'm going to be getting requisitioned for help. I kind of want to, like, finish this one in my own time. But it is a loss, still. Silly dazed. Being silly. Yeah. Maybe I just call it. Okay. Or maybe I don't call it, and then I wait for them to contact me first, and then I will end stream. Yeah, okay. I will continue playing this save scummed run. It's just like, I feel like in some of the fights, I guess some of the fights, in the one fight we lost, it just felt like I couldn't have possibly known. Is that like semen retention? What? Save scumming? Is that semen retention? I think so. Yeah. Yes, exactly. You got it exactly right. How did you know? I'm looking for blocks. Please give me a block. Is normality fine for me because I have Fiendfire? Or how many shops are we going to? There's only one shop. I can sell one, and then I can Fiendfire the other one. No, you have 5 energy. But what if I can exhaust it? But I can greed super hard. But I can greed so hard, boy. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, I was like, I didn't draw my disarm right. I'm not, like, stupid. Man, this Reaper is gonna go so hard. Maybe not right now, but... Oh, I could have double casted the Reaper, I guess. But I was more concerned about not getting screwed over by the... It could even land this feed, but... and we picked it late, so maybe I should be trying to feed as hard as I can. If somehow die to Act 3 Hexaghost, it would be incredibly funny. I don't think I'm going to, but... Where's my feed? You've been doing pretty well at feeding this run. Yeah. Shockwave is basically a block card. It's basically a block card. That's fair. I could have done it the other way and drawn another card. I could have had +1 strength on that. But there's the feed. I need to feed. But is feeding worth taking 21 damage? I frankly don't think so. Don't think I take either of these. I have the need for feed. Guess I could, like, Shockwave Exhume here. And do it again. I could not Exhume. I can't double feed. I don't need to Reaper. So, maybe I actually don't know what this thing's patterns are. I know it's like, do a whole bunch of nothing and then have, like, 1 attack. Every once in a while, attack and do big damage. Probably figure out what these are. Duplicate potion. Pretty random for when it deploys the big attack. Yeah, it's like every once in a while, randomly do a big attack. My understanding. Like now. That felt pretty smart. Felt pretty smart for doing that. Fucking goddamn stone calendar every time, ruining my fucking dirtling every time. Fucking stone calendar fucking bitch, goddamn, like... I don't think I actually want to proc the tiny chest if I have Cursed Key. Good feed. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. Which is exactly why I'm going to do it without thinking about it any harder. I'm going to be aware of the fact that there is a stone calendar. And that I need to potentially, maybe, play this feed before the stone calendar goes off. We did it. We double feeded. Big feed energy. There are more bonfires this way. But there's a shop this way. Yeah, look, it's Reptomancer. Actually seems fine. Was it worth taking like 25 damage to feed once? The answer is yes, because I have Reaper and Strength in my deck. Okay, pick up this. I guess I could pick up Offering and try to block. I can't look at my deck right now. Probably gonna heal because of how this fight works. It's like, man, do I guess I could feed to cycle a card? Oh, and I also haven't popped Demon Form, so this is just like my Reaper is not getting any stronger by sitting here doing nothing. Fair. Reasonable. That was unfortunate. This doesn't really do anything. Take another Dark Embrace. Let's go! Shit. Oh, I'm just dead. Wait, I'm just dead because I suck. No. No, I'm dead because I suck at the game. Well, that's why we're safe scumming. Play 2 demon forms. Now you're thinking with portals. Do I duplicate demon form? Or do I dupe Reaper? I don't want to dupe Reaper right now, so I guess I dupe the demon form. And then I can't kill anything, and then I fucking die. Oh yeah, there was this. I think I remember this. I still die. I don't die! Letter opener is so strong! Wow. Incredible. Incredible gameplay. From the only... the one and only Flaris. A lot of damage. And I still take a lot of damage. It's okay. The double demon form will eventually get me there. Eventually. I have a Dark Embrace. Incredible. Cool. Cool. Another offering. Sure! 12 HP in one fight? I'm sure it's fine. What could I mirror? Mirror. I can mirror and make another Reaper. That's kind of cool. Mirror offering? Just have 3 offerings? Aha! Oh ho! Bronze scale for the heart? Dark shackles for the heart? Yeah, this all seems lit. Oh no. Not a tentacle. Whatever shall I do? Versus my arch nemesis. Well, this definitely did not go according to plan. I can tell you that. Maybe having no blocks on my deck is bad. Maybe that's just bad deck building. No blocks? Megamind stare JPEG. Exactly. Ooh. Elixir is kind of good though, but also I'm dying. Healing's not that important, I have a thing. When you have to resort to Shockwave and Reaper are basically block cards, right? You know something has gone wrong. Did something go wrong? Oh, fuck, that normality is not cash money, dollar bill. I'm not going to be feeding on this thing. Yes, you have no block. That's what went wrong. Nothing's wrong, guys. What do you mean? Just because I have proportionately less block than the average Ironclad deck does not mean that I'm going to lose the game. It just means that it doesn't mean anything. Considering the run has been saved twice, I think something objectively has gone wrong. No, the losses were clearly piloting skill, not drafting skill. Is drafting skill piloting skill? Just wondering. Asking for a friend. Do you think I should disarm the transient? I think that'd be kind of funny. Fucking goddamn normality, fucking piece of shit, goddamn motherfucking normality looking ass motherfucker. God damn it. Get normified? Yeah, see, that's the problem. Literally anything else, just not a normie, please. Please, I'll do anything else. Just don't make me a normie. Non-zero amount of drafting skill is drafting a deck you know how to pilot, so I guess. Kind of. Where are my Reaper Aw-mans? Reaper! Aw, man. There's one of them. Here's the other one. Reaper's basically a block card. Hey, Feel No Pain is probably really good. Hey, Feel No Pain's probably really good. I would like to draw my Feel No Pain, please. Fucking normality. Feel No Pain. Demon form. We take it. We take those. Reaper's not a block card in this fight. Did you know that? Why don't I... Okay. Stop, listen, okay? I can hear the thoughts in your head, and you can just not think them. If you just don't think the thoughts in your head, then I don't have to deal with them. Right? Just don't. Just don't think the thoughts. I'm gonna literally nut everywhere because of this normality. I haven't fiend fired yet, have I? I have not. Nice. See, we're getting there. See, we're literally getting there. I'm going to draft this so that I can exhaust my normality. Hey, look, it's the giant head. Have you ever wanted to get head by a giant? From a giant? Head by a giant. There's another offering. Is this an offer that I can refuse? What if it was an offer I couldn't refuse? Do I cast this offering? Don't think I cast the shockwave yet. Oh, it was actually better the other way around. Shit. Oh well. With this deck, maybe it's not free? Oh, come on. This deck is fine. There's nothing wrong with my deck. Stop looking at it weird. My deck is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not gonna feed on the head. But God, I wish. What if I just played the top cards of my deck? Oh. I mean, that's not exactly what I was looking for, but sure. Is that really bad? That might be really bad. Oh, it's not because we can win. Okay. I was concerned for about half a second that I didn't have any cards in my deck anymore. Power Through is a good block card. I'll take a Power Through. I'm not going to take the Tiny Chest. Because... so I don't want another thing. Just get lucky, I guess? Yeah. I mean, if you believe you can succeed, and with the power of save scumming, you can do anything your heart desires. Oh, I think I got messaged. Oh, never mind. They canceled on me. Let's go. Let's fucking go. That means I can finish this run that I save scummed. Let's go. Oh, that's too bad. Those Dark Shackles could have been very good, if not for the fact that it's very bad. I guess I could have played it for the block. Speed is in the deck. Did I exhume? I did not exhume yet. Ah, the calendar. The calendar. I am aware of the calendar this time. So I will not try to stall for, like, Reaper. Aha! My brain is very big. Do I pick the Limit Break because it has exhaust on it? Limit Break is basically a block card with Reaper, right? Of course it is. Thank you for answering my question. 1 mana draw card. Terrible, I know. But, hey. Sometimes you just have to be really good at the game so that you can win. You can win big, get it twisted. I'm gonna see what we got here. Sure. 2 Dark Embraces. What's better than 1 Dark Embrace? 2 of them. Do I cast one of these? I guess I want to get my demon form. Or I could draw normality because I'm a fucking idiot. Nice. Love to see it. That's kind of lit. Oh, maybe I could have kept the feed in to draw cards. Yeah, I got Normead. I'm looking for my power cards. I did not draw my power cards. Don't really want this anger, I guess. Maybe I do. Eventually I'll want the anger. Don't really want this pommel strike. I definitely don't want those wounds. I could just cast this Fiendfire now. And then be done with it. Be done with all of these cards. Simply get rid of them. Yeah, I don't, like, really need the Reaper or anything, so I guess, like, just doing the damage now is probably good. I could Exhume and put the Fiendfire back in my hand to kill it next turn. I was about to click on the wrong card. Oh, nice. I only had one card play. Nice. Quality, 10 out of 10. Does this kill it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 27 is probably not lethal. Oh, I probably could have, like, played stuff. It is, in fact, not lethal. Good to know. I want to, like, Burning Pact into... If I draw Fiendfire, it might be lethal. If I draw 2, 4 cards, I go to 6, 5 plus 24, or not 5 plus 24, 7. 31 times 5 is not lethal. Oh, I guess it was more than that because I had the thing. This is lethal now. Aha! I exhumed the right card, though. I feel smart. How the fuck am I supposed to kill sentries? Literally, how am I gonna do that? You don't? By save scumming. Fair. That's the fun part. You don't. Alright, quality, don't bash. You know, quality, don't bash. Very good. Creeper. Oh man. Ah, this normality. I hate it. I hate being a normie. I can feed. I have the need to feed. I have the need for feet? You know it. I absolutely have the need for feet. How did you know? I mean, that's just a basic human desire, is it not? I'm gonna get fucked by this normality. This normality is actually fucking me right now. I could offering into Burning Pact or Fiendfire. Is this what you wanted? You wanted to see me get fucked by a normie? Is normification Dang. It's like the reverse. That's terrible. I hate that. It's not good. It's not good at all. Normified Laris, yeah. Hit me up in 5 years where I'm just offering it to Burning Pact and then get stopped by normality? No, I had 3 card plays, so I would need to offering, draw Burning Pact, and then exhaust the normality. That's what I was trying to do. Or at least I think I still had card plays. I was pretty sure I did. Do I limit break now? I'm pretty sure I don't. You already played the first card of the turn? Yeah. So 1 card, then offering is 2 cards, and then I Burning Pact the normality is the 3rd card. That was the plan. Where's my normality? Fucking goddamn it. Show me Burning Pact. Or Fiendfire. Or Dark Shackles. Incredible. Still can't exhaust this normality. Exhaust Bash. Incredible. This normality did not even kill me because I don't have anything to do. Ah, shit! Well, I mean, it looks like I wouldn't have won this run. Not for any of the other reasons, but here, I don't know. That I already, like, used all my Reapers and stuff, right? So this was just kind of, like... Just kind of lost, you know? Long-ass fight, too. 11 turns. Look, I was stalling, right? Like, I wasn't really actively attacking the boss. Try it again. So that I can lose to sentries. Place any number of cards. I think I don't want to do this, actually. I think I can accept my loss. And simply cry myself to sleep. Maybe if I bought back the disarm here, that's valuable to counteract the gaining strength off of me. For some reason, my autocorrect corrected fight to goth. Long ass goth too. Yeah, they're just huge. They're so long. Wow, sequencing is bad. Sequencing is really hard, dude. I can exhaust the normality. Draw order saved my life. Can save yours too. You could draw dark shackles. Or I could just block. I got weirded out. No longer normal. Yes. I'm very not normal. Do I care about these cards? I care about the shrug. I think I care about the sword boomerang. I kind of want to keep the dark shackles, but I can't, like, you know, play it. You can't just throw away the wounds! I'm debating if I dark shackle to draw, but if I draw Burning Pact, then I'm kind of sad. My question. Do I risk it for the biscuit? Do I potentially exhaust? There are 2 cards I want to exhaust and 2 cards I don't want to exhaust, but it is way better to not exhaust the other cards, so I will do it this way. Expecting the stream to be shorter? Yeah, I was expecting it to be shorter too. But here we are. The person got back to me and said today's not a good day, so here I am. I guess I can't really just jam power throughs because I will die. Now I just wait for a really, really long time until I can have 7 billion strength, and I dirtle out the awakened one. Incredible. If you ever want to make a newbie a monster, have them play a grappler. True. Somehow there ended up being more gameplay than yapping, despite there being 1 hour and 30 minutes of yapping for this 2-hour stream. Yeah. Correct. I mean, I wasn't expecting to keep going. Oh, I think I didn't want to flip him yet. Oops. That might have been a mistake. I was gonna wait until I had 7 bajillion strength. Wow! It's like King, just pick a character where you only need to know 3 to 4 moves and anyone can improve very quickly. I mean, honestly, that's kind of like true though, right? Because if you don't need to focus too hard on the comboing stuff, you can focus more on, like, neutral. Or, like, literally anything else that's not comboing, right? I guess bag is good for, like, stripping artifacts so I can shockwave and stuff. I don't know what I'm trying to draw on turn 1. Time to save scum many, 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 many times. You know it. You know it. I'm looking for, like, shockwave. None of these are shockwave. Guess I just can't really play any of these. Since grapplers reward reaction timing, it really allows people to pop off. That's fair. I do kind of wonder about people who maybe don't have good reaction time. So what they're more looking for is for, like, a character that just lets them combo. That could also be a thing, I guess. Ah, they appear to be dead, but am I truly dead? That is a lot better. This is a lot of damage. Do they maybe, like, stop attacking eventually? Like, you know, maybe, like, eventually they'll kind of, like, you know, like, not attack as much, but I can, like, you know, maybe, like, not die, maybe, like, kind of, I don't know. Oh, that's... Oh, guys, I learned... I understand now. I get it. Ironclad can block by fucking killing them. Because if they're dead, Ironclad doesn't need to block. Oh my god! Holy shit! That's crazy! I think I know how to play Ironclad now. I think I learned how to play this character now. That's crazy. Yo, that's actually insane. Your 11 turn fights aren't doing a very good job of just killing them. Well, yeah, because I didn't know before, and now I know, so now that I know, my brain is very big. I am looking for my power cards. That is a power card. Demon form. These are not power cards. That is also not a power card. That is a power card. Ah, maybe I wanted to not play the offering for specifically the 45. Demon form. What's the trick with Dark Shackle again? There's like a thing that makes the heart keep the Dark Shackle minus or something, right? Nice ginger turnip and artifact. Kind of broken. when he cleanses, I think. I don't remember what turn that is. The trick only works on Champ and Wokebird. Oh, it doesn't actually work on Heart. Okay. Okay. Thank you for correcting or clarifying. I'm hearing you loud and clear. Did you know it doesn't work on the heart? I actually did not know that. Thank you for clarifying. Two Reaper Aw-mans. Reaper. Aw-man. Exhume. There's 2 artifact. It's a lot of artifact. Ooh. If I zoom back, disarm, so that this Dark Shackles can be available. It wasn't bullets first. I suck ass at this game. Oh, it just died. No, I still lose! Why do I still lose? No, how could this happen? Why am I still in the losing position? No block having ass. We can definitely win this time. We're gonna get him this time. Watch this. Check this out. Check me out. We'll definitely beat it this time. Are you ready? This time for sure. Oh, I wonder if I could have just not played the disarm, huh? Like, that's like a smart idea that smart people would do, is not play the disarm because, like, it doesn't do anything anyways. That's, like, kind of big brain. Like, that's something a smart person would do. Oh, there was this turn. Maybe it is not correct to play both Reapers. And instead just block. I have another, like, wound or burn in here. Nice. Good. I'm probably gonna need to Fiendfire again, right? Probably. It is very likely. It's your only attack that does even decent damage. This is true. I have Angers. Angers do 36 damage. The question is, do I like Fiendfire now? And then just play a bunch of Angers. I win? Wait, how do I win? Wait, can I win? You do to do big block? Oh, and then my brain is really big. Oh. See, look, my brain's really big. It was so easy. Slay the Spire is the easiest game I've ever played in my entire life. It's literally so easy. All I do is win. All I do is win and then win. And, like, I can't stop winning. No resets, no redoing, definitely no saves coming at all this entire run. I just won. We won! Yippee! Yippee! I win! I'm a winner! Look, I won! This is the Ascension screen. Or the beating the heart screen. Look, I'm a winner. Are you proud of me because I won? Are you proud of me being a winner who wins the game? Who's a winner? I will admit I didn't realize how few attacks you had left in your deck after that Fiendfire, but I was right. Yeah. It's actually why I played the Anger. Because I was like, okay, well, at the very least, I need to have, like, an Anger in my deck to do some damage. Because I counted that it was, like, whatever, the Fiendfire times 4. I was like, that's not enough damage. So, yeah. Okay, very cool. Alright. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you for listening to my yapping about my opinion. About my subjective experience of life and opinion. Good thing we can't see your discard pile count, so I thought it was more. The one thing I have covered is the discard pile. I could make a second game capture and then move the discard pile over. That'd be good. Okay. Give me a crossbow girl. Have a good one, but I'm mugging you for your waifu. I mean, hey, if you give me Inanna, I can trade you. You can take the crossbow girl. I don't actually want her. Yeah. But if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Appreciate your support as always. Sometimes I wonder if when I open my mouth and talk about things, if I'm just like stupid. If I'm just big dumb. Magic defense down is a good skill. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm sure it'll be very important and very good. Okay, I'm gonna go. Alright. Goodbye everybody, bye-bye. Maybe we'll do a sword stream and then you can watch me be bad at the game because I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. Alright, bye!